We have this situation now where Trump is basically not going to put out this counter memo. And look, what I'm noticing out here is they could pitch out a ton of different excuses, and some people put all their eggs in one basket and are just latching on to anything and everything and to these broken promises and dead ends. And at some point, people have to face the fire that things aren't always as what they seem. It's why I call it a world stage. To me, this seems like it's more of like a soap opera playing out in real life these days, more than anything. And I, for one, I've taken to the streets. I got up off my tail, took to the streets years ago, have been. And what it's taught me is that when you get there, the people that are there are not always what it seems. You start to see that this is more like a Hollywood set, where people are running around paid by some of the biggest billionaires out there, putting together pieces of the puzzle that you would have never been able to do unless you were there and seen it and started to connect things, connect with people, observe things, take things in that you would have never seen if you sat at home trying to take it all in through that TV, because if they control everything that goes through that, then they control you. Just like they control the education system in this country. That's why when you get out of high school, college, the real journey begins in awakening to what the real world is. You spend the rest of your life doing that, right? Well, here on this world stage now, we have Trump saying they're not going to put out this counter memo over national security concerns. Now, the reason they give, one could argue, are legitimate, to where they never put this thing out. Others could argue, well, they could put it out and just black out those parts. Well, it's gonna. Have you seen what they've released in the past? Redacted. There's no telling what could happen here. Any one little word gave way to that it was one person or anything like this, they would never let it happen. And apparently, the DOJ and others here on this world stage are telling him not to do this. Is this another jerk the chain type of event? Okay. I gave my thoughts on this whole thing and where it's going, and that it would be drug out. There would be more to it. Of course, here, there is, again. And where this is all going. Now, I'm going to be putting out a longer video, not live, but just a longer video. That way, it can hopefully reach people around the world and not get blocked like the live streams have been. I'm going to be talking about all this. What I believe is going on, where this is all going here, politically, globally, and all that. But as far as this counter memo, what do you expect to see now? A large growing pressure for people to say, release the counter memo. Just like it was released the memo last time, and then look what you got out of it. And then look how long they could drag it out. Weeks, months. How much energy and time people will put into something like that, just like release the memo. And it... Is anybody in jail? Is it anything super bombshell? You have people that will just grab on and have an excuse for everything. People like that, well, they're just going to have to find out the hard way. Some people are just not going to listen. This is the reality of it. Others see it for what it is. Feel lucky if you've got this far and you see it for what it is. This world stage. There's so many around you that want to live in denial and make excuses for everything. But in terms of this, where do I see it going? It could create more division and chaos, which is what they like. I'm going to talk about that more in the upcoming video, but I'll leave a link here below for this. This has been Dabu7.